You're over 60 years old and you've noticed that your erections are no longer as firm or consistent as they used to be. You wake up and those morning erections that were once normal no longer appear. Do you feel like your sexual desire, along with your energy, is slowly diminishing? Listen to this very carefully, because what you're about to discover could completely transform your intimate life and overall health. Everything, absolutely everything, starts with something as simple and everyday as what you do right before bed. This is the warning you can't ignore. If you don't pay attention to this before going to bed, your body will start to disconnect from its true sexual potential. And it's not the fault of age, but rather an accumulation of everyday mistakes that often go unnoticed. As a doctor, I tell you this with complete clarity. The quality of your nocturnal and morning erections is one of the most precise indicators of your cardiovascular and neurological health. When these erections disappear, it's because something inside you is failing. But before I talk about the solution, let me explain something fundamental. What happens to your body while you sleep? During deep sleep, especially in the REM phase, your body activates vital regeneration processes. And one of the most important is the production and maintenance of spontaneous erections. Even if you don't have sexual relations, your penis activates while you sleep. This happens 3 to 5 times every night in a completely natural way. Why does this happen? Because it's how your body keeps the erectile tissue healthy, stimulates circulation and oxygenation of the penis, and preserves sensitivity and sexual performance. And what happens when these nocturnal erections disappear? The tissue begins to atrophy, blood flow decreases, the elasticity of the corpus cavernosum reduces, the risk of permanent erectile dysfunction increases, and all of this can happen without you even noticing. Silently, night after night, until one day your body simply no longer responds. So, what can you do before bed to avoid it? Here's the key that no one reveals to you. Have dinner at least 3 hours before going to bed. Eating heavy right before sleep blocks circulation because your body focuses on digestion and not on regeneration. This decreases the production of nitric oxide, the molecule that enables erections. And if you also consume alcohol or sweets at night, the effect becomes even more negative. Avoid screens for at least 60 minutes before bed. The blue light from your phone or TV suppresses melatonin, the hormone for deep sleep. And without deep sleep, there are no nocturnal erections. Additionally, lack of rest generates stress, and stress destroys desire. Do this breathing exercise before going to bed. Just 2 minutes. Inhale for 4 seconds through your nose. Hold the air for 4 seconds. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds. This activates your parasympathetic system, which relaxes, repairs, and improves circulation. Do it 5 times, and you'll notice how your body enters the ideal state for sleeping and regenerating. Drink a glass of warm water or a natural infusion. Your penis needs to be well hydrated to stay firm and function fully. Nocturnal dehydration thickens your blood, slows the flow, and can cause micro lesions in the erectile tissue. A tea of ginger, cinnamon, or chamomile is ideal before bed. And above all, make sure to sleep at least 7 hours. Sleeping less than 6 hours every night reduces testosterone by up to 30%. And without testosterone, there's no desire, no potency, no energy. In summary, if you're a man over 60 and want to preserve your potency, don't wait for a miracle pill. Start with something much more powerful, your bedtime routine. Because if you don't give your body the rest, circulation, and environment it needs, night after night, you'll lose something invaluable. Your intimate vitality. Do you feel identified? Leave a 1 if you already have difficulties with your morning erections. A 0 if you want to prevent it before it's too late. And if you learned something new today, write, "I'm awake," in the comments. Because talking about this is also part of being a conscious man, taking care of your health. And what comes next? In the next part, We'll talk about 3 morning exercises that reactivate blood flow to the penis in less than 5 minutes. So you wake up every day with more potency, more confidence, and more control. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell, and share this message with another man who needs it. Your sexual health is not a luxury. It's part of your power. 3 morning exercises that reactivate blood flow to the penis in less than 5 minutes. In the first part, we talked about what you should do before bed to not lose your erections. Now let's talk about what to do upon waking, because yes, what you do in the first minutes of the day can make the difference between a day with energy, active circulation, and desire, or a day of fatigue, apathy, and weak or non-existent erections. Listen to this carefully. The penis has no bones, but it needs movement. And not just sexual movement, but bodily and vascular movement. Why? Because erections depend on blood flow, and if your blood is stagnant or circulates with difficulty, there's no potency. That's why, if you're over 60 and want to keep your virility active, these 3 exercises I'm about to teach you must be part of your routine every morning. It only takes 5 minutes, and results will appear in days. Exercise 1. Pelvic activation. Wake up the control center. It's a series of gentle movements that stimulate the pelvic floor, the muscular base that supports your bladder, prostate, and penis. How to do it? Stand firm with your legs slightly apart. Squeeze the muscles you'd use to stop the flow of urine. Hold tight for 3 seconds. Release. Repeat 10 times. This exercise activates the pubococcygeus muscle, known as the PC muscle, which is fundamental for maintaining strength in your erections and also for control over ejaculation. Do it every morning upon waking, even before getting out of bed if you prefer. Exercise 2. Nitric oxide breathing. Delivering oxygen directly to the penis. Nitric oxide is an essential molecule for achieving an erection. Without its presence, the blood vessels in the penis don't dilate and blood doesn't flow strongly. How to stimulate it naturally through deep, slow, and controlled breaths? The instructions are simple, just 2 minutes. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold the air inside for 4 seconds. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds. Rest for 2 seconds and repeat. Do it 6 times every morning upon waking. This exercise increases blood flow, relaxes the arteries, and improves your mental state. Plus, it reduces sexual anxiety and boosts your performance in intimate encounters. Exercise 3. Leg flexion in place. This is a pelvic pumping that accelerates circulation quickly. It's simple but powerful. What do? Stand up, relax your arms, and flex your knees as if marching without moving from the spot. Lift each knee as high as you can, alternating one and the other. Do it for 1 minute. This movement improves circulation in the pelvic area, activates the lower abdominal muscles, and helps push blood toward the penis naturally. Do it in the morning after going to the bathroom, or while making coffee. It's important to emphasize that these exercises don't replace medical treatments, but they are an essential step to regain control of your sexual circulation. The sooner you incorporate them, the greater benefits you'll feel. Firmer erections, fewer involuntary nocturnal leaks, greater control over ejaculation, and more energy upon waking. In summary, your sexual potency doesn't disappear suddenly. It weakens little by little within your daily routine. And if your routine doesn't include activation, movement, and oxygen, your body starts to shut down without you realizing it. These 3 exercises aren't just physical movements. They're a declaration of self-care, a message you send to your body. I'm here, and I care about you. I won't let you fade away. Do you dare to try them? Do it tomorrow. Write active if you're going to do them. I already do if you already have your routine. And tell me if you want me to explain it in video or animation. Now, the 3 most common mistakes that destroy your erections without you realizing it. You might be doing everything right, but you still notice your erections aren't the same. You sleep, eat reasonably, even do some exercise, but desire and firmness keep decreasing. Then, you're probably committing one, two, or even all three of the mistakes I'm about to reveal. These are mistakes so common that most men don't even consider them a problem. But believe me, these silent habits are destroying your sexual vitality little by little. And if you don't correct them in time, recovery will become increasingly difficult. Mistake number 1. Using alcohol as a nighttime relaxant. Just one drink to sleep better. A glass of wine during dinner doesn't seem harmful. It helps me rest. Yes, alcohol can induce sleep, but what many don't know is that it completely blocks the deep REM phase, where nocturnal and spontaneous erections occur. Plus, it decreases testosterone, slows blood flow, affects the central nervous system, reduces sensitivity and firmness, and, most alarmingly, normalizes sexual disconnection. It turns you off without you noticing. What to do? Replace alcohol with natural infusions. Ginger tea with turmeric, warm water with lemon, passion flower infusion, or chamomile without hormonal effects. Your body will thank you, and so will your erections. Mistake number 2. Sitting for hours without moving. This is one of the most silent enemies of male sexual life and also one of the most invisible. After 60, many men spend much of the day sitting in front of the TV, computer, in the car, at the table, after eating, in bed before sleep. This not only hinders circulation, but also compresses the pelvic region and reduces blood flow to the penis. In other words, your own routines are atrophying your sexual potency. What to do? Every 30 or 45 minutes, stand up and walk for 3 minutes. Do gentle squats or stretches. If possible, use an ergonomic chair that doesn't press on the perineum. Movement is circulation, and without circulation, there's no erection. Mistake number 3. Believing that sex ends with age. This is the most harmful of all because it's not physical, it's mental. Many older men think, at my age, it's no longer necessary. I don't have a partner, that's for young people. And that repeated thought in silence extinguishes desire. The body continues to generate desire, sexual energy, and blood flow. But if the mind gives up, the body obeys. You ignore it. What to do? Talk about the topic. Take it seriously. Incorporate small daily actions that keep contact with yourself alive. Conscious self-exploration, massages in the lower area, light physical activity, emotional or affectionate connection. Don't extinguish the flame just because there's no fire. Sometimes what's missing is decision. Final reflection of this series. Your erections are not just about sex. They are cardiovascular health, hormonal balance, vital energy. Maintaining them is not vanity. It's dignity. After 60, every erection counts. What you do upon waking, before bed, what you eat, what you think, all of that builds or destroys your sexual potency. And today, you know how to change. This information resonated with you. Leave a yes if you're going to eliminate at least one of these mistakes. A yes if you'd already noticed one but didn't know it affected your erections. And comment, I want more, if you desire a new series on foods, supplements, or strategies for older men. Thank you for accompanying this series. If you know an older man who needs to hear this, send him this video. He might not say it, but he needs to know. Subscribe, turn on the bell, and stay tuned, because in the next video, we'll talk about habits that naturally increase testosterone after 60. And that, believe me, is another level.